Hi there, it's day 6 of week 3 of 52 weeks of vlogging, and today we're going to talk about ideas. So a while ago, Hank Green posted a video on the YouTube Vlogbrothers channel, link down there, on the ownership of ideas, and how it's great to say that we own an idea, but we can't really say that we own an idea because lots of people have the same idea and everything is basically a remix of old ideas anyway, like taking what you do and what he does and what they do and mixing it all up together to come up with what I do. And then John Green posted a response on the same channel, link also down there, about copyright and how copyright protects people like me who create something from being basically cheated out of millions of dollars by big conglomerates who might take my thing and then turn it into their own thing and then charge people for it and make more money than me. But then John also said that copyright shouldn't prevent us from creating, and that we should be able to take what she did and he did and they did and mash them together into an adaptation or a new thing of some kind, as long as we're fair to her and him and them, and we can all share in the profit. And I think that makes a lot of sense too, and I was going, yes, absolutely, I totally agree with both of them. We should always create, and everything is a rehash of old ideas. And if I take your book and make an adaptation of it, I should totally contact you about it and we should totally split the profits because that's the way life should work. Or if I do a remix of someone else's song, then that person should get a cut. I was totally on board. And then last night I was surfing YouTube, as you do, and I came across a bunch of videos, and one of them was about gun control, and I was like, wait a minute, I just vlogged about gun control. And another one was someone drawing something as they spoke about it, and I thought, hey, I just did that a couple weeks ago when I was talking about gun control. And I was all and then I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, why do I feel all about this? Because I do agree that everything is a bunch of old ideas. I didn't even watch the videos. I was just like, I saw the thumbnails and I went, oh. And then I slept on it. And then this morning I woke up and I thought, you know, I should really watch those videos. So I watched the videos, and actually they were nothing like my videos at all. They were fantastic. Some of them were funny. Some of them were insightful. They really bore no relationship at all to what I'd done, except that they were about the same topics or maybe done in kind of sort of the same style. But the thing is, I take other people's ideas too. Like my third video about gun control statistics. I totally took that whole idea of writing out the chart as I talk about it from ViHart. And she does it way better than me. And all my ruminating on a Sunday's videos, basically the same idea as the Vlogbrothers. Of course, it's my take on it, and they're my ruminations. Like, I'm not recording someone else's voice and then sticking it over my thing. It's all my video, and it's all my script, and it's all me talking. But the idea for doing a video in that way came from somewhere else. So I really have no right to be angry about it, and actually I'm not angry about it. I'm really glad those videos exist because they put a new spin on an old topic and because they allow people to see something in a new light. And it adds to the global conversation, and I really like that, and I'm really grateful for that. And yet ideas and the ideas that we have are still something that we feel possessive about. And here's why. When I was a teenager, I went to college. I went to college younger than most people go to college. And I went to college with a bunch of people who went to college younger than most people go to college. And coming up on 2 decades later, I thought that would make a great book. A book about a bunch of young kids who go off to college and do things that older kids usually do, like drink and experiment with drugs, and they get into trouble and it goes wrong. That would make an awesome book. And then I read this book, and I realized that that's kind of basically already been done. Here's another example. I have lots of big hair. It's very big. It's very curly. I have lots of experience with my big curly hair. And so when I first started writing 3 years ago, I thought, yeah, a picture book about a girl with big curly hair, that's a great idea. I could write that. I totally know that story. Little girls are infatuated with hair. So I wrote it, and then I rewrote it, and then I rewrote it, and I got more feedback, and I rewrote it again, and I revised some more, and I got feedback and feedback and critique, and I revised and I revised and I revised and I revised, and then finally I had a manuscript that I thought was workable. But when I mentioned it to editors and agents in queries or at conferences, no. Even without seeing my pages, even without seeing the words that I had chosen to express my version of a well-trod idea, everybody's reaction was that it's an idea that's overdone. No matter how many years of experience I have with big curly hair, and believe me, it's a lot, the mere fact that all those other curly hair books are already out there make my idea no less valid but a lot less saleable. Now, don't misunderstand. I'm not saying I wish those books weren't out there. I think a lot of those books are fantastic. They're well written, they have a lot to say, they're funny, and I don't think John Green should stop writing the books he writes either just because they happen to be about the same kinds of things that I might want to write a book about. This book is amazing. I love John Green's book. I love all of John Green's books. I would just like wallow in a bathtub or a bed full of John Green's books if someone would let me. Even though they say you can't go home again, reading Looking for Alaska is about as close as you can get for me. I love these books and I would never wish them out of existence. But their existence means that any ideas I have that are along similar lines are no less valid, but a lot less marketable. It comes down to competition. Competition for money, competition for space, and competition for time. Because the fact is that I have $50 a month to spend on books. So if there are 6 books about teenage alcoholism sitting on the shelf, I'm going to pick the one that's an award winner. And I'm probably not going to pick the one by the brand new author who I've never heard of. Libraries can't buy every book that's ever been published to have in the library. A library is a finite building with a finite amount of space. Here on YouTube, I compete with the Vlogbrothers and ViHart and CGPGrey. God, I love CGPGrey's videos. If I've only got an hour to watch videos on YouTube, I can't watch them all. And neither can you. Yes, people come up with the same idea independently all the time. And no, we shouldn't get mad at other people for having the same idea as us or even doing a better job of presenting it than we do. But we have to stop telling each other that it's not the idea, it's the words you use. Because when there are already 6 or 7 or 8 versions of that idea out there, it does matter. And faced with that, all you can do is come up with another idea. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.